Hello and welcome back to Metal Machine Shop. In this video I'm going to be assembling and operating the Semto ST-NF2 twin-cylinder internal combustion glow engine. These are the specifications for the engine. Pause the video if you need to. The engine comes with a very clear operator's manual. Let's see what's in the box. Let's make a start on the construction. The first job is to assemble the crankshaft. I use a little bit of oil to help the assembly. First on goes the ball race, then the shaft seal, and then a little washer and the key. This part is for the starter mechanism. It's fitted with a one-way clutch and you have to make sure you get it on the right way. Next, the flywheel, secured in place with a spring washer and a hex nut. The next job is the cylinder and the pistons and conrods. Here's the cylinder block with the cylinder liners already in place. The piston rings come inside the liners and they have to be kept aligned to the correct liner. The pistons and conrods are partially assembled. The piston rings come out, remembering which cylinder they fit into, and they're very carefully fitted to the piston. You don't want to break these rings. A little bit of oil will help everything slide together smoothly on assembly. The kit comes with this little gadget, which is a piston ring compressor, which helps you fit the pistons into the cylinders. The conrod end caps have to be kept in the correct orientation. The little marks must align. Next, the bottom cover is fitted. The correct gaskets are taken from the little bag of gaskets. The next job is to assemble the camshafts. First on goes the seal, then the flanged bearing, and then a little E-clip. And the rod keeps the wheel in the correct orientation. There's a little marker on the end of the camshaft. The marker helps you to ensure that the camshaft is assembled in the correct orientation. The cylinder head comes with the valves and the springs already installed. The camshaft slides straight in. A little bit more oil helps everything go together smoothly. There is a seal and a ball bearing at each end of the camshaft. And an E-clip keeps everything held together in place. Next, a cylinder head is fitted to the cylinder and a gasket is provided for this purpose. Next, the rockers are assembled. These parts are pretty small and very fiddly to put together. The bucket tappets drop easily into place. The top end is lubricated with grease as there's no forced oil lubrication. So I put a bit of grease onto all of the bearing surfaces. The rockers are provided with little shims just to make sure the clearances are correct. You want a tiny bit of movement on the clearances, just to make sure that the valves are closing fully. Next, the carburetor and the inlet manifold is assembled. The carburetor is fitted with a little O-ring seal. The timing belt and the cooling fan are the next things to be assembled. This is the timing belt idler wheel. The cooling fan acts as the tensioner. This is the crankcase vent nipple. The engine has to be assembled with the crankshaft and the camshaft in the correct orientation by rotating the markers to the bottom before putting the timing belt in place and tensioning it. The bolt provided with the cooling fan was slightly too short, so I had to replace it with a longer one. The starter motor mount and the starter motor goes on next. The mounting bolt holes are slotted to allow the tension to be set. The rocker cover goes on next, and another little gasket is provided. The rocker cover is secured in place with 8 bolts. Two little stub exhausts are provided. There's no silencer or muffler included in the kit. The two OS F-type globe plugs suitable for 4-stroke engines are fitted in place. This is the wiring loom, which consists of 2 glow plug plugs and the starter motor button. I charged up an old battery ready for the starter motor, but in the end I had to replace it with a new one. The engine is fitted with 4 bolt holes in the bottom of it, so I made a mount for it out of a piece of aluminium. So here goes for a test run. I'm filling the tank that was provided with some fresh glow fuel. I also added a length of tubing to the vent nipple. The throttle setting is quite critical to get the motor to start properly, and it took a fair bit of messing around before I could get it to work. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions in the chat below. See you next time.